Hello, and thank you for joining this lecture. I hope you find it engaging and insightful. The narration was developed with the assistance of artificial intelligence to support a clear and professional delivery. My name is Attar Brosh. I am a senior lecturer, researcher, and designer working at the intersection of material, technology, and contemporary culture. My research explores how emerging tools reshape systems of production, representation, and meaning. This talk presents a long-term design research project examining how systems of representation can be translated into physical and visual form. It is important to clarify that this work does not promote or oppose any political position. Instead, it focuses on analyzing mechanisms of production, repetition, and transformation within contemporary technological systems. A working environment in which images, data, and media fragments are processed through design tools and fabrication methods. The research began in 2019 during a period of political instability and continued through multiple election cycles and shifting public conditions. The project attempts to reflect reality as it unfolds, through symbols, analogies, and associations, an immediate response to events, transforming fragments of information into a three-dimensional printed object. A continuous chain of actions and responses operating between a private studio environment and a broader public reality. Over several years, this process generated dozens of outputs, which were produced within a home-based laboratory. These outputs take the form of three-dimensional objects undergoing digital and analog manipulations. Each variation functions as a way to extract, refine, and test perception. While the objects reflect a wide range of perspectives, the project is not about opinion. At its core, it is a technological investigation into how machine-like processes reshape representation and meaning. The third and fourth industrial revolutions introduce a fundamental shift in how production and culture operate. Open-source tools, parametric design, and digital fabrication allow direct transitions from idea to object. Processes that once required industrial infrastructure can now occur locally, immediately, and at significantly reduced cost. This transformation alters cultural structures. Users become active participants in shaping and producing their own material and visual environments. Production becomes decentralized, and control over content, form, and distribution becomes more fluid and contested. Additive manufacturing plays a central role in this context. It allows objects to be created anywhere in the world without traditional manufacturing constraints. This creates a global system of production. Information, objects, and relationships circulate rapidly, reducing geographical limitations and enabling new forms of collaboration. Within this framework, the laboratory operates as a system, generating continuous variations through structured processes. In retrospect, this project is a simulation, a system that generates three-dimensional mesh by merging and remixing information into form. It receives inputs from reality, including media images, public discourse, and events. These inputs are continuously processed and translated into structured outputs. This is a workflow of sampling and remixing. Using open-source tools, information is captured and reassembled into three-dimensional mesh, allowing form to emerge through repetition, variation, and recombination. This process converts information into geometry, volume, and physical form. Meaning develops through transformation over time. Each object is an iteration within an ongoing sequence. It represents a temporary state inside a continuous process. The figure functions as data. It is composed of repeated images, gestures, and visual patterns drawn from media environments. Politics today is inseparable from popular culture. It is produced, distributed, and experienced through the same mechanisms as entertainment and mass media. Political and engaged art has always been present. It has often existed on a smaller scale or within avant-garde contexts. Once reaching the mainstream, it becomes softened and absorbed into consumer culture. Digital fabrication tools return a certain level of control to the anonymous user. They enable the production of memorabilia and short-lived forms of nostalgia, created and circulated outside traditional systems. Sustainability in this context is complex. While digital tools reduce waste and enable local production, they also accelerate generation, raising questions about the balance between efficiency and excess. Objects exist first as digital files. This allows them to remain virtual until necessary, reducing material use and shifting value from physical storage to controlled production. The post-truth condition enables the design of narratives through alternative systems. Distributed production reflects this logic, where meaning is shaped through decentralized tools and processes. The objects evolve into functional products, candle holders, salt and pepper sets, where use, image, and technology merge. A controlled absurdity emerges, echoing Shindogu. The ready-made becomes digital, and form is generated rather than manually designed. The project operates within a post-truth condition. Narratives are constructed, shaped, and continuously reconfigured through media environments. This reinforces the idea that media defines how information is perceived and retained over time. It shapes attention and determines what persists as meaning. In this condition, visibility becomes a form of validation. What circulates gains presence, regardless of its stability or depth. Narratives are reinforced through repetition. They accumulate through circulation rather than through verification. Meaning is produced in real time. It emerges, spreads, and dissolves within the same continuous flow. Design makes this condition visible. It translates abstract processes into form, allowing them to be examined, questioned, and understood. The project was paused following the events of October 7th. This moment marked the collapse of existing assumptions and the formation of new ones, both on a national and global level. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate your time and presence. I look forward to seeing you again in future events.